Yes. 4 Black Brothers back on the scene again.
I know what time it is, baby.
I know it's been a minute. I know y'all been missing us, but we never leave you dry because it's what we do. We are the 4 Black Brothers. So today, let me introduce the 4 Black Brothers real quick. Starting on my far right, y'all know he is Big with the 2 G's.
Biggs.
And right beside Biggs, wearing the bright purple, is my main man.
My favorite color.
It's your boy Ken.
It's your boy Kale. I
What
love
it
it.
is.
Wait, listen, he drew that Kale out for a minute. It's
real.
I like that. That was awesome. And you know my man, Cole Voice, he is
Anthony Stevens, please say the Stevens, a.k.a. DJ Viral. Y'all know what it is.
DJ Viral. And of course, me, the voice here, Lee, doing what I do.
The voice.
Today,
man.
The voice.
we're going to talk about the conclusion of our now 4-part series, Relationships.
man.
First, let me just say thank you for everybody who's tuned in thus far, and thank you for your feedback.
Definitely,
I hope
man.
that y'all will continue that
Truly
love.
appreciate y'all
right through
love,
this
man.
shit
Much
right
love,
here.
man.
But we are going to conclude our thing on relationships. Our goal is to uplift love. What y'all got for me?
Hey, man, I just, first off, before we even get on there, I just want to say I thought it was real dope that we can actually get our ladies on here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ladies.
For
Thanks
real,
y'all for
man.
coming
Love
on.
y'all, man.
Y'all
Like,
checks in the mail.
Truly appreciate it,
like,
ladies.
that was
Snail
really
mail.
dope, man, to see, like, you know, your side, your lady, your other half, man, to see her and how she felt about things.
Yeah.
That was dope to see your lady,
Yeah.
Ruth, bro. She, all 3 of our ladies was like a breath of fresh air, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that was dope to see how you and your lady is,
And it was
man.
even dope to see how he
Reacted to it all.
I was just getting there, bro, because, like, for you to even come in here and, like, just, you know, get the questions going, bro, because
Yeah.
you put the spice on there, bro.
Yeah.
You put
Kinda
the
had me
spice
nervous.
on there. I was like, ooh.
I was like,
But
let me
you
see.
nervous?
Hey, let me see what kind of brother he really is. Just for the tell
Y'all put the
everything.
spice
Stood up
on
in the
there,
paint.
man.
Stood up in the paint. He stood up in the paint. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, he
Bro,
did,
you were
man.
Jordan fourth quarter versus the Jazz,
Yeah, he
6.6
did.
seconds.
1996.
When he hit the that was you.
Yeah, he
For
did
real.
that.
Like, nah, bro, it was really dope to have you narrate that, man, and get it to
Yeah.
go where it was supposed to go, man.
Those questions were real.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, they were.
Questions.
Yeah,
Yes, they were, man. But
Well, I mean, in that light,
Like
why
authentic.
don't you kick us off with a relationship question?
bet. Let's conclude it,
okay,
bro.
okay.
Let's get it and conclude. I like that.
I think I'm gonna go back to the question I said before. When is it the right time to let it go, and then when is the right time to stand firm?
Well, can I ask a question?
As the as the leader, I don't know what's going on. It's a lot of-
It's
this
that hot
heat
air,
messing
bro.
me up. Yeah,
It's that hot air out here in Florida, y'all. 97.
I woke up to a cough this morning.
What? You need air conditioning here in Florida right now, y'all.
But yeah, like
It's essential.
as the man, as the leader of the relationship, there's times where you have to be firm, but at the same time, there's times where you have to just let it go. And now, when I say let it go, you know what I mean, like in
You
a
know
general,
you know you right,
yeah. When you know
Or
you're right,
but
or
wait.
Wait, from
Or-
a married perspective,
Kick it
from a
off.
married
I was
perspective,
about to say, yeah.
yes, dear, you're right, dear.
I was about to say.
I'm gonna leave it
Yeah.
at that. I learned that a very, very wise man told me those words yesterday. It could be I knew it, but he reaffirmed it yesterday. Yes, dear, you're right, dear. That's how you get longevity. I'm gonna leave it
Boss
at
lady.
Alright. I mean, I think at the end of the day, man, like,
Shit, boss lady.
Boss lady. Just let her be boss lady, bro. Let her be boss
Preach,
lady.
bro.
Boss
Preach.
lady.
Boss lady, yeah. I don't want no trouble.
How about you, man?
I feel like, yeah, man. The only time I'm gonna put my foot down is when we going out to go get something to eat. I'm like, no, this is where we going.
So then,
Love you, babe.
so how do you remain the leader when you got to be the yes man too?
Let me.
I don't know. I appreciate that question.
Let me.
Go ahead.
And
I don't appreciate that one bit.
Yeah,
mean?
the
I'm
whole
nobody's
yes
I wanna
man
get
thing.
into
He just said, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes,
What?
dear.
You taking it out of
What?
context.
Yes. I know.
He just
Yes,
said.
man.
You see
Like,
how that boy
yes,
spiced
man.
that thing up?
Ain't nobody yes,
Boy.
man.
See this face,
I'm
I'm
a
kind of
little
like.
upset, just a little bit.
Boy.
I bet she came out here right now and was like,
I'll
come
be
in
a
here.
yes,
cook-
ma'am.
Yeah, see.
Yes, dear.
Yeah.
I think, man, like, I think as a whole, but like women are leaders as well too. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there.
Preach, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Women are leaders too,
Preach.
when it comes to the relationship, I think they look at us as that protection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Security.
Yeah.
yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, like, y'all have a conversation. How many times you heard your lady be like, baby, I want you to, you know, I want you to make that decision. You know, you run this. You know, you're the head of the house. Like you said.
He said you're the head of the house. In my opinion, in my words, you're the puppet, but it's okay.
Oh, Lord.
I appreciate being the puppet. In all reality, that's what you are.
Yes, dear. You're right, dear.
You're
Yes,
the
dear.
puppet.
You're right, dear. I don't care what he called it. Longevity comes from yes, dear.
Boss
You're
lady.
right, dear.
Boss lady. See me, I just say short words because she gonna run it anyway. So.
Listen, young couple right here, young love, intermediate, beginning. Yes, dear. You're right, dear.
Boss lady.
Those who know,
Boss lady. He look
understand.
at and looking around like, okay, now to business. Hey,
No,
boss lady.
none of that from Aunt said, you know, women are leaders too, and you're right. Women are
And all our
great
women know we
leaders.
just joking around.
I think that every good, successful relationship has to have a big
exactly,
give and take.
exactly.
To respond to your question, yeah, I meant what I said. Like, yes, dear is definitely, but women ain't stupid, and
Exactly.
they don't like being patronized. So as great as that is, it ain't gonna always be the answer. What I've learned, and only my personal experience, is compromise. Like, it really is. And a lot of times, from a man perspective, we're gonna compromise a lot more. At least that's how I see it. I feel like I compromise way more than my queen. Nothing wrong with that, nothing against it. I just feel like I do. But by doing so, I also feel like she responds in a way that contributes to our longevity, to our happiness. Like, not just being together, but being together happily together.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's mine. That's mine.
No, I would you. Yeah, I can say that too. We all compromise, man.
Yeah.
Y'all just put the salt in the wound, huh? Just cut it open and put. No, I'm just playing, man. I'm just messing.
The lime juice.
But no, like, yeah, me and my girl, we compromise a lot, man, and I think that's big in a relationship as well too, man. Because if you have one's ego higher than the others and don't want to break down for that loved one, man, it's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all right, man.
That's
There you
it.
go.
Yeah.
Should men expect to be forgiven when they've been unfaithful? Listen to the question, because I posed it very specifically. Should men expect to be forgiven when they have been unfaithful?
No.
Shouldn't expect.
No. Should women expect to be forgiven when they've been unfaithful?
No.
I say no too. Yeah.
Okay. So is an unfaithful person, partner in your relationship, the deal breaker?
That's a great
That's for
question.
y'all.
Yeah.
I'll go there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, biz.
I lived it, so I think so.
I mean,
think
but
so.
is there a double standard, or is it just vice versa, both ways?
Both ways.
I'll be honest, for me, and let me predicate by saying that I'm not a cheater. I ain't on that. I'm good. I'm very happy with my wife. We're in a good place. But from a male perspective, and I guess from a personal perspective, I've always felt, and I'm not saying it's right, so let me say that, but I've always felt like if a man cheats, like not go have an affair, but like go out and have sex with a woman who's not his woman, it was probably more than likely 9 times out of 10, 99% of the time, it was a physical attraction that he felt weak to, and I don't think that should have been a deal breaker. Multiple times, whole nother party. But like that one time, and please understand, I'm not trying to make it right for somebody to go out and cheat. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying from a psychological standpoint, I feel like that's how men go into things that way. I don't feel it's the same way with women. I believe that if it's a woman and she goes out and lays with a man who's not her guy, that there was some connection beyond the physical. There was, because women tend to like give themselves to that emotional connection.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's not the same. So it's. I think there is a double standard. I don't think that men should be, and I know this is gonna get me in a lot of trouble, but I don't think that men should be held to the same standards in that. This is just my opinion though. In that scenario, I think that there needs to be a double standard, because I'm just to,
Okay. I respect that. I respect that, but okay. Cause
I understand that.
No, because look. No,
You gotta stand up for what you believe.
I feel you.
But it hurt.
The
You
song.
worried about the future?
So, I get you on the point where you say, you know, as men, we see it as a physical. You know, if we go cheat, you know, we tend to look at women. That's just the nature of the man. Hands down, that's anybody. I'm gonna give it to you. That's any dude.
Yeah.
Now, when you say the women cheat emotionally, I agree with that as well too. So, what I'm trying to say is, if let's just say, I don't even want to put that on y'all. Let's say the man went to go cheat on his wife. She took him back. She went to go cheat, and he didn't take her back.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That so, and you're saying that he should not take her back, even if
I'm saying
even
that
if
I
he
wouldn't.
cheated.
I'm saying that I wouldn't.
Even
I'm-
if she let you come back in
I'm
after
saying
you cheated.
I wouldn't know.
What I feel
wouldn't.
is
No.
anybody who cheats, no matter what happens, it's going to be over. Because no matter what, a woman, once she gets cheated on, that's something that she would never forget. No matter what. And if a man gets cheated on by a woman, and if he do go back to her, he's going to throw it in her face and never forget, and he's going to cheat. That's just my opinion.
Do you remember us talking about the two things that drive men? Ego and pride. If a woman cheated, what she just did. Exactly.
So you realize why you said it.
Yeah.
So, but the double standard, should it exist or should it not? That's really what the bottom line is.
So
Should the double standard exist when it comes to infidelity, or should it not? And if it doesn't, because you agree with what we said.
Yeah, but I couldn't take my woman back.
Okay, but would you expect to be taken back if you got caught?
No.
Would you try? Would you try to go back?
No, because
So wait. What you saying no? So you telling me, and hypothetically, you cheat, she catch you,
Oh, and
you ain't gonna try to get back with her.
and
And if you say yes, you are, then you expect to be taken back, right? Right?
no.
Why not? What you mean?
Because of how
So
we
why you
hoping.
trying?
No, because hoping, but at the
Okay,
same
so
time,
okay, semantics. Hoping and expecting. I can.
I mean, there's a hopeful
No,
expectation.
listen, I'm with it. I get, but
then
my
there's
point is
also
still.
hoping.
But now flip it over.
Mm.
You catch her cheating. She tries to come back. Ain't no chance. You don't entertain the conversation.
I can't, bro.
This is my.
I'm with you on that. I can't
bro.
either.
Go ahead.
I'm what I was preaching back then with my girls, with the ladies, with us, loyalty, dog. Like how we were just
That's
talking
real.
about, man.
That's real.
I'm not gonna cheat because at the end of the day, if I don't cheat, and my girl knows that, man, like she gonna give me 100% of her, bro. I'm gonna get the best of her, bro.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about, man, if I was to cheat and she take me back, I'm not gonna get that 100% love that was
Best
there
believe
before
that.
I cheated, bro.
You best believe
might
that.
get 91.
Bro. I might get
Best believe
91,
that.
but
Okay, listen.
I can't, bro.
I gotta ask. I gotta
can't,
ask.
bro.
Y'all said because you said the same thing, and now you said it too. How you know?
Don't.
Women love hard, man.
You don't know.
And if she take you back, believe that to take you back and not with the intent
How do
of
we know
not
what?
giving you
In the
100%.
experience that I've seen,
It's not how we
know what.
She's not gonna give you 100. I don't believe that, bro.
I don't believe
That's
it.
gonna
Yeah.
be in the
Why
back
though?
of her
Why?
mind
Why?
because
That's a
the
trust
nature of men, we do look at other women. The nature of men.
If he did it once, he'll do it again.
Thank you,
And
bro.
never mind.
And if I'm looking at that chick and
So
she
you saying
know
that,
I
so
cheated,
you saying
oh,
that
bro.
that you shouldn't go back then. So you saying that if you find yourself in that situation, you just shouldn't go back because you're never gonna get 100% anyway.
But at the end of the day, and that's where I come back to, if you continue to take me back as we cheated, bro, I'm running all over
But
you. I don't
we
want
talking
no
about a
lady
single
like that.
incident, but listen,
I
yeah,
want
and
no
I
lady
agree,
like
I
that,
agree
dog.
100% with that. We're talking about a single incident, like what I would like to call, and this is what I established earlier
Don't
when it
want no
comes to, when
lady
it comes
like
to
that.
men, we're talking about a single act of weakness.
Yeah.
When it comes to women, we're talking about a single failure of the man that she was with. Because, in my opinion, a single failure. Because if she is out, you're her man, and she out seeking the company of another to the point where she not only she's seeking this company, but she's laying with him.
Mm-hmm.
You have failed,
You just said something though.
right?
You
or
said
wrong?
something though. You said if she's out seeking, like you were talking
Thank
about
you.
from a man's position.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Seeking. Because if she's real, then why the hell she out there seeking?
Yeah.
Because you have failed. That's my
In
point.
what way?
How?
And what
How did
way?
I
Wait,
fail?
listen, hear
In
me
what
out.
way?
Wait, hear me out.
In what way?
If she's seeking, you done failed. You don't see that?
Okay, I
Oh,
see what you're talking
okay.
about.
If she's out there seeking, you have dropped the ball.
But
I understand
I
both. I
feel-
understand
I
No,
feel-
both sides.
no,
Vice
I'm not. Okay,
versa.
well, listen. Let's be
No,
quick.
wait, but man, vice versa, from a man's perspective, he goes out seeking. That's something that
Knowing
I never said man seeking. What did I say? I'm on the
no,
weakness.
but that's what I'm saying. though. Like you have to put it in the
Wait,
same
wait,
context.
no. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
can't, bro.
The context is different. This is what I'm saying to you. Women ain't walking around and see some hot dude that they like and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get him some pussy."
There was
But dudes walk around and be like, "If she tried me, she'll get it," and it happens. It really does. And y'all all
but you
know
put
it.
yourself in that situation, though, dog.
This is my thing, man.
You put yourself in that
I be
situation,
around.
dog.
I be around both. So like,
Wait, what you mean be around both?
like a group of women and a group of females.
Okay.
I mean males. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, like Have you ever just heard a group of women talk and not realizing like you're there?
Yeah.
Boy.
Maybe they can trust you if they live.
Yeah,
like all that talking about what they don't. I'm not finna sit. No, my girl keep it 100 the same way I do. Like, no, bro. Like, you crazy, bro. If Will Smith walked by 3 women, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna give it to him. Oh, he okay.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question.
Bullshit.
Let me ask you a question.
Come on,
you
man.
never answered the question.
The same. I'm stupid.
If hypothetically speaking, do you take a woman back if you called her,
Oh no,
cheating?
no. I answered the question, bro.
I just help me out.
I answered the question.
You said no. Was that a resounding no?
I feel like
I don't know. I don't know, bro. And I say this with like the utmost of naive, not like being naive.
Can we introduce this? Bro, come over here, please. Let's introduce our guest speakers. Come on in here, boss. Come on in here.
I can't smoke on
Yeah.
Speaking
Well,
out loud.
just come on in there.
It's the audience.
It ain't gonna be long. It ain't gonna be long.
He's trying to be the audience.
Right.
So real quick, I just want to introduce you. This one, if you know me, you know my main man Drew, one of my closest buddies. So Drew had been sitting in for a little while in the day's conversation, and we just want to kind of get his input in the conversation. So Drew, you listen to what we were saying. So the question is, I had asked these guys before you came was, if you're in a relationship and you catch your woman cheating, do you take her back if she so desires to come back?
Depends on how much you're in love with her.
You gotta do better than that. What you mean?
What you mean?
That's what I was about to say.
How much you in love with her?
Yeah,
Like,
damn right.
That's what I'm about
help
to
me
say,
out.
bro.
Go ahead, break it down for me.
Like I've been in love, but it wasn't a mutual thing, right? So I've never been in a relationship and have history and we in love with each other and we done had all these different moments and all these things happen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that develops in it. I mean,
I respect that.
I just don't know. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take her back if we've been married
But you're
for 15
saying
years
walking
and
away
she
from
did
15
this.
years ain't as easy
I
as
don't
one
know.
act.
Exactly. I don't know what happens after 15 years
I
of
can
being in
respect
love with
that.
somebody and they in
I
love
respect
with you.
that.
Like I don't know what that feels like. I don't know how I feel at that
respect your
moment.
opinion.
So I can't really
I respect
to
that.
say
I
that.
respect yours.
Now,
Just not to
girlfriend?
throw it
No.
out there, but
Nope.
So the long relationship I've
Yeah.
been in my life is with my wife, and so thank God I haven't had to deal with that. And now when you put it in that perspective, it does change my take on it. It really does. It changed because now I'm thinking about like when I was saying it, I really was being hypothetical. I've never even entertained the thought of boss lady like stepping out because my male arrogance, my pride, my ego says you ain't gonna do no better than me. That's what the man in me said, right?
Yeah.
So to entertain the thought is a sign of weakness in my own part, and I won't allow that to happen. So when I was saying it, but now that you put it that way, and I put it in that perspective of my actual relationship, yeah, we might have to have a conversation.
But I'm saying but even if you're in love with your partner, it shouldn't even.
But remember, we're talking hypothetical. Like I get what you're
Okay,
saying.
so
Like
we going
hypothetical.
okay.
If it happened, if there was a moment of weakness, my whole point of bringing it up was this: I wanted to kind of highlight the differences, the double standards that come up in relationships when it comes to men and women. Like we talked about it from a personal standpoint, each one of us. But the fact of the matter is, most men, on a whole, they expect to be forgiven if they cheat. Period. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't try to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They expect it's not, and I get what you were saying. Yeah, I hope to get there. And from a person like me, that would be me. I would be hoping to get back, but I know better. I know if my wife, it's a wrap. I already know. So what I'm saying to you is, yeah, but I would, bro. I would. I'm just being honest with you. The man that I am, I know that if I did that, it wouldn't be because I was in love with somebody else. I know that it would be just that. Not that I would do it. Let's be very clear. But if it had happened hypothetically, that's what that would be. And so yes, I would expect. But in my mind, in the same man's mind, if she did it, in my mind, there was something more than just a physical attraction.
Not taking her back.
Not before a very good, long, strenuous conversation.
I just want to throw that in there, man.
Okay. I'm just being real. Like, in a hypothetical where it's not my wife and it's just somebody I was dating, hell no.
Absolutely not.
But in
You're still in the interview process.
in
You got 90 days. What you mean? You done messed up.
Give it to me.
Giving no call, no show.
So what it really comes down to is, I guess you're right, the degree of the commitment in that relationship. And I get where you're coming from saying that, well, if the commitment is at that point, these things shouldn't even be a discussion. But let's be real. We always talk about Four Black Brothers being in the reality. Is infidelity not a true and 100% present danger in every relationship in our community? How often do we hang out and even knowing what our situation, encourage it?
Yeah.
maybe we want no fruition to come from. We don't want anything to actually manifest from it. But it is fun as men to encourage it,
But
right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right. Now, can I throw something in there?
Yeah, by all means,
Do
throw
you
it.
think that's part of our culture,
Is it?
or is that just how men are bred?
I'm gonna go with men on that one.
You
Only
gonna go with men
because I've
in
hung out
general.
with white guys and Spanish guys, and they
yeah, no, I'm
you
just throwing it out there. No, I feel
but
you. I feel you.
just on that point,
Yeah.
I think it's more of a now when it comes to cultural. I think the level of pride that we bring to a relationship as men,
Yeah.
I think that's cultural. I think that and like for lack of a better term, that the Anglo-Saxon man seems it's easier for him to accept whatever than it is for us. Now, not to say that we don't, because Lord knows I pay homage to mine every chance I get, and I actually enjoy having somebody who's strong enough for me to be able to lay down and know she got it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I admire about her the most. That before we was husband and wife, and my man can attest to this, we done went through it. I'm talking about y'all don't even understand, like through it, and then people who knew us from back then see us now, they be like, wow, y'all the story, like y'all are the story, because I would have never thought y'all would have made this far with all the things that I seen y'all go through. I would have never thought y'all would have got your family, started to raise them, buy a home, and do it like as they say in the American dream way. But that goes back paying homage to what you said, because I didn't look at it like that. I never looked at it like, well, I done put in 18 years in this relationship. 18 years of my life that I can never get back. And to walk away because of a moment of weakness, or whatever, a failure on my part, because I really do believe that if it happened, it's because I dropped the ball somewhere. And I accept that wholeheartedly. And I would tell any woman who's in a relationship, I don't think that's the same case always when it comes to men. Men, we're weak. We might be physically stronger, but beyond that, we are the weaker ones beyond the physical. You guys bear children, women. Can you imagine something growing in your body, changing your physiology, changing your chemical imbalance and everything for 9 months? Can you imagine take something this size coming through something that size? Like, can you imagine? So y'all are stronger. Can you imagine? I know you've heard of postpartum depression. It's a real thing. I knew a girl who lost her kid to her husband, ex-husband, because she couldn't get it together. She couldn't make herself love her kid. It took her a very long time to get over it. Y'all are the stronger ones. So make no mistake about it. We had these discussions because we like the insider conversation, but I have to pay homage from a personal standpoint because I know I've said some things that I shouldn't have said. Go ahead. That's my dog saying.
No, you good.
A little sauce on it, just a little something.
You good, man.
Well, give it what you got. That's all I had to give. Now I'm afraid to talk anymore. And Drew, you got anything you want to add to this? Drew is very happy.
I'm not in love like you guys.
But you've been in love.
That's what you call it.
What I don't understand. What do you mean? Can you elaborate on? Is that what you call it? Have you never been in love?
Nah.
For real, bro?
I think it was more of infatuation.
I remember a couple of your girlfriends that I'm pretty sure you was in love with.
Infatuation.
Whatever, Jit.
That's what it looked like.
I can tell a story if you allow me to. I can tell a story.
Don't mean nothing.
I can tell a story of his commitment to love.
When you're infatuated.
I can tell you a story of his commitment to love.
That was
me and my brother were having
I was just
I
going to say that.
I missed it. What I missed? What I missed?
Just finna say that.
What I missed?
You're facts now.
My man said.
Roman told me, but you don't know what's going on in the house.
When you're infatuated.
Infatuation has some of the same symptoms as love.
Okay, but what is infatuation? Define it for me, brother.
Infatuation?
Yeah.
You caught me off guard on that one. So, infatuation, I believe, is more of an essence of lust than it is of love. So,
okay.
I see something
more of a physical attraction.
Not even just physical. It can be.
You can be infatuated by somebody's mental.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
How's that look?
That just going back to the movie we was talking about, Acrimony. That's what he did. He had her head messed up from the minute he said, "I'm sorry."
Wait, what you mean? I don't understand.
In the movie, you remember how that's all he kept saying. "I'm sorry." After her mama died, and she was like,
and she got infatuated with his mental.
Every time he would ask for something, her little brain was messed up.
Okay, well, that leads me to another question. Then, is love supposed to be crazy? Why is it that when somebody do something crazy in the name of love, it's accepted? Is that how it should be?
It's
you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like people when I was so in love, so you acted out way out of fashion. Is that acceptable? Like, should we accept that?
Infatuation is the need to satisfy like whatever the instant desire is.
Okay, instant gratification.
Instant gratification. I said that backwards though, but yeah, instant gratification. But when you're in love, the reason why people go crazy is because they're vulnerable. You're
Love
vulnerable.
makes you vulnerable?
What?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think my brother agree over here.
I'm saying.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
I'm
he
saying.
agrees.
And listen, I'm simply trying to keep the conversation. I want you to understand. I agree too, but I like to understand. And for the sake of our viewers, I want them to understand exactly where you're coming from.
Okay.
Like, so love makes you vulnerable. In what way? How does love make
makes
you vulnerable?
because, once again, I've never been in a mutual love thing, so I'm speaking from kind of an inexperience, but not necessarily full ignorance. When I say like when you're in love with somebody, it's not about you're not weighing stuff no more. It's not about like you were talking about compromising earlier. Like that's not even a thought anymore. Like
Yeah.
when
You agree with that? You
when
don't
you-
think that when you're in love, you think compromise goes out the door? Is that what you're saying? That compromise is no longer needed because you're in love?
it's not even about you're not even thinking about should I compromise for this. It's
I
this
disagree,
person
bro.
I love needs something right now, and I can provide it.
Well, okay, so let me. Okay,
This is like an
respect-
example
No,
of
no,
something.
Yeah.
In that perspective, I understand. But so you're not saying no compromise. You're saying that when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no compromise.
Yeah, like it's not compromise is still there.
He's
Like,
not
that's
saying
a
no
part of-
compromise. He's just saying
Love
it's
is
less.
sacrifice.
It's
Yeah,
less.
love is
It's less.
sacrifice.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but I disagree. I disagree that you. I mean, I disagree. I don't. I agree with love is sacrifice. I 100% agree, and which is compromise. Sacrifice is
Yes,
compromise.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying what I'm saying about compromise is when we think of compromise, it's like we think of it like, oh, I'm going to give this. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm going to do
Okay.
my part in this. Whereas when you're in love, yes, it's still technically
It's there.
compromise.
But wait,
But
let me give it
yes.
to you different because you asked the question. That's where the compromise came from. The question you asked in the beginning. So I'll give it to you different. Something very simple. I'm a person of habit. I'm a creature of habit, and like most of y'all pretty much know that. So especially in my house, like this is my castle, right? I'm a creature of habit. A lot of times I have to compromise that creature of habitness because my wife has other plans.
Mhm.
So when I'm saying compromise, I'm in a stretch of relationship. I'm talking about that type of compromise, like not the compromise of the heart. Because I agree with you.
But why? Why do you compromise that?
What that because that keeps the peace, and peace keeps us happy.
Right.
Like and when you get into the long term, you'll understand it better when you get to the like it goes from when you're in a relationship. It needs to go from in the beginning. You need to prove your interest. That is genuine.
Mhm.
That is not just the infatuation, right?
Mhm.
But when you get past that, when you now can say that we're in love, not I love you because as a human being we love each other anyway. But I'm in love. Now you've gone to the second stage, right? When you get past that, I'm in love. You always want to try to keep that. That's important. But the next step is peace.
Mhm.
True love comes from being able. The person needs to be able to provide that. I need to have a hard day at work, come home and see my queen, and in that I find peace.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about matters of the heart and compromise, that's the piece I mean. Like it's so important that we talked about how pride and ego drives us.
Mhm.
The compromise is not allowing pride and ego to drive because that's in our nature. That's something it was bred into, it was born into. We talked about this earlier before we was on camera. That pride and ego is part of that. But when you get to a point where you have now you're in love, you've proven you're in love, you're building a future. When you get to that point, you really have to. The compromise has to be. I'm gonna take the sacrifice of what I normally would do if it'll just keep you from getting upset because little things in a relationship can easily become big things, and that's the problem.